Alrighty, you know what time it is. You saw the title, you saw the thumbnail, you see the video. Songs of War Season 2 and 3 script writing, here we go. Reading, not writing. Before I start, I'd like to give a few credits, because I forgot to in the last video and I feel bad and I don't want to get sued. Credit everything you see on screen right now, except for like the tabs on the top. All of that credit is Black Plasma Studios. All of it. Because they created Songs of War, they wrote the script, it's their logo, their characters, so they get the credit for it. I'm just here reading what they could not have done. So the only thing I credit myself for is my voice. That's it. My voice and my reading skills. That is it. Anyway, I'm kind of stalling because I'm a bit frustrated last time. I did a recording of this 15 minutes ago, and I realized I was using the wrong audio input, which meant none of my audio recorded, and some pretty funny things happened. So, screw it, let's start reading. Season 2, Episode 2, opens at Ataraxia. It is morning. Sen climbs up onto the shrine island and finally looks around. No one is there. Hello? 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 Can you hear me? Queepo's on the other side. Sorry. Hello? I'm here for I made that mistake last time I recorded it and forgot to actually do it. Sin walks into the middle of the shrine and waits for a second, when suddenly something flies over his head causes him to duck. Look! It's a plane! It's a bird! No, it's a duck! Oh wait, no, it's not a duck, it's a flying Ardoni. An Ardoni is flying with wings of light encircling the shrine. The character banks hard and lands softly in front of Sen. The character's wings fade away as she looks up, revealing Val, a female Ardoni, roughly the same age as Sen. Good morning, Sen. Nice to meet you. I'm Val Mendoris, your new instructor. Sen is both surprised at having just seen another Ardoni fly, as well as surprised that his mentor is a young female. Hi, good morning, Kai Val. Sen does a slight bow awkwardly. Let's see, Sen does a slight bow awkwardly. Here's a thumbnail for the last one. Let's see, file, new, general. Let's have Sen do a slight bow awkwardly. An awkwardly slight bow. It's so slight that it's awkward. Okay, append. So Sen is about to do a very awkward slight bow. Let's see. I just got bored, so I'm like, screw it. Sen. Ardoni, testing our. I don't care, screw it. Sen. Append. Object. Append. I hate this stupid head glitch. Oh, I'm just gonna go into this mode. He's going to awkwardly do a slight bow. What is this tool? What is it? Boom. Awkward slight bow. You see this awkward slight bow? See this beautiful awkward slight bow? Do you see it? He is giving us a slight bow while saying something. Where's his face controls? What was he saying again? Hi, good morning, Kai Val. Let's go. Hi, good morning, Kai Val. That was supposed to be more funny than it was. Sen does a slight bow awkwardly. There's no need for formalities, just call me Val. Val walks towards Sen and begins circling him slowly, inspecting him. Hello, human. I'm going to walk around you and inspect you. Val continues walking on Sen. I can see that Gallius has been training you well. The first thing to know about songs is that you must be fit both physically as well as mentally, as they will draw from all forms of your strength. I feel like that's a Gallius voice. I can see that Gallius... That was a fake laugh. I just had a 3000 IQ idea.
I can see Gallius has been training you well. The first thing to know about songs is that you must be fit both physically as well as mentally, as they will draw from all forms of your strength.
Better at reading than I am. Val finishes circling to the song shrine. Step 1 to the shrine. Sun walks into the shrine and draws the song. Do you know why there are 4 pillars? One for each order of songs. Protisium, Aggressium, Mobilium, and Saporium. As he says this, the camera shows the runic symbols on each pillar for each order of song. What do the runes for the songs look like? They never showed us that in the first season. I don't get how we're supposed to, like, recognize them. It'd be like, oh, look! Somebody broke their foot on, like, some stone bricks and it left a weird shoe mark on it. Wow. Great job, Ardoni. I guess you just kind of, like, went against the theme of the movie and wore shoes and then broke them against stone. That was awkward. Why did I say that out loud? That, like, made no sense. They're Minecraft people. Their feet are flat. We just left a bunch of squares in it. So, let's see here. An Ardoni person would have been like, I am so smart. He looks like he's Naruto running. Like, I am 4000 IQ. I am going to kick the stone above where I put my Aggressium song. Kick. Then, like, holy frick, I broke my foot against stone and left a marker there. I guess that is now the runic symbol for Aggressium. And it's like, I'm looking at the head glitch. Look, if I keep moving him around, he'll just blow up. Like, hi, I'm Sen. I look perfectly normal from the front, but if you look at the back of my head, what the frick? In word that won't get my channel cancelled. Wow. Let's render it. Thumbnail. Who wants this to be? Why am I bullying Sen? Sen's a good person. Yee. Unless you have a prime song. Each Ardoni can wield a total of 4 songs, one of each order, so you must choose your set wisely. Like a Pokemon game. Unless you have a prime Pokemon, because then you can have every Pokemon ever in that one Pokemon. Unless you have a prime song. Exactly. A prime song contains all the songs within that order. Wield all 4 prime songs and you will have every song in existence. There's a brief pause to let this sink in. It was such a big knowledge that he became a big brain genius. Let's just see what Sen looks like at the end. That's sunk in so much. He's now a big brain genius. I'm just not going to fix Sen until the end of this video, and we can just see how awful he looks from me getting bored and doing this. Yeet! Exactly. A prime song contains all this. Wait. Stand in the middle of the shrine. Sen does so and waits. Now what? Listen. Sen waits for movement as the music fades away. Da, 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 Suddenly a faint noise can be heard. That was a faint noise, me sneezing. Sen closes his eyes and focuses on his song. The song starts getting louder. His arm raises towards it slowly. The song turns to energy and surrounds him and fuses with his body. His Ardoni markings shine brightly. Sen's Ardoni markings now shine brightly. Will begin to shine brightly. Let's go to object mode. Now where is that little boy? Here it is. His Ardoni markings shine brightly. Dang it. Dang it, Evie. You suck. You're useless, Evie. David, I broke Sam. Look, he's dead now. What? Why aren't his Ardoni markings glowing brightly? And why is it— What the frick? The song entered— His Ardoni markings shine brightly and he opens his eyes back up as things begin ringing and he collapses as everything blurs out. Sun gets up and sees he's in the blacksmith. He goes to find Gallius working. What happened? You passed out. Fear not. It happens to all of us the first time. If you think that was bad, just wait until you summon your song for the first time. Heh. No, not again. Last time. Single chuckle. Heh. 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 My name is Gallius and I left off a single chuckle. Heh. It wasn't as funny as last time. I spent 5 minutes of this recording laughing. Actually, last time I was only 7 minutes in, but I didn't have Blender open at the same time. I didn't have this glowy boyo out last time. This glowy boyo. You're a glowy boy. Bloom. Now let's just like, ugh. Why is the bloom not working? The rig is actually broken. Dang it. Wait, where's Val? She is fine. She went back to her quarters. You two will resume training tomorrow. If you have properly recovered, of course. Sen waits and thinks about the songs more. Was the Death Singer best at the songs? Gally stops and looks up. Ingressus Voltaris was one of the best, yes. When the Ardoni were asked to use the Prime songs during the last Nether invasion, they held a tournament to determine the champion. They tested for strength, endurance, and ingenuity. But do you know what they should have tested for? Or been looking for? They should have been looking for me because I'm Gallius and I deserve the song. What? Someone who should use them. Sen looks confused, not entirely sure what Gallius meant by that. Suddenly something large flies into the room and lands in the corner, out of sight. Some objects fall to the floor with a clang. There's silence as they both start wondering what happened. Suddenly Luna walks into the view. Sen looks a bit scared. But Gallius is more curious. I'm using a Xbox gift card as a mousepad. So the rumors are true. Gallius goes over to the dragon. A voice calls out of the doorway. Be careful, she bites. Gallius looks up and sees Abigail. I'm glad you have received— Be careful, she bites. I'm glad you have received my message, Abigail. Welcome. My name is Gallius Sendaris. How do you know my name? Gallius turns towards Sen. Sen, finish your work in the forge. Abigail and I have much to discuss. Abigail turns towards Sen, and their eyes meet. Oh boy. She smiles, first recognizing Sen. He smiles and nods back. Ugh. There's something in my throat. Cut to the lower level. Gallius and Abigail are leaning on a railing of Ataraxia. Luna is flying around the open air of Ataraxia playfully. That's so wholesome. Why is that not done rendering yet? I've been rendering it for almost an hour now. It was no real challenge locating you. Collecting information and knowledge is a specialty of mine. Wow, how humble. Everybody must know how special you are at locating information. First a dragon egg went missing, then reports indicating one have hatched. Then I simply followed the trail of things being set on fire. Because Abigail is a pyromaniac who likes to watch the world burn. Gallius somewhat enunciates these last— and then I simply followed the trail of things being set on fire. This is funny. You see, I am enunciating these last few words. It's because it's somewhat funny. Oh, then shows hints of like the ethereal horse rider, the bird watching the dragon egg hatch, and the aftermath of the barn on fire to prove how they found her. Abigail looks at Luna, who's floating who's standing nearby on a floating, who's floating nearby on a, standing on a, wait, who's floating on a nearby standing rock. Abigail looks at Luna, who's standing on a nearby floating rock. Yeah, she's had a bad habit of that. I don't even want to know what she'll be like when she leaves to breathe fire of her own. So I have heard. So you have spent the last half year hunting down the yielding legion. Noble, I suppose, but not driven by a desire to help aid the innocent or the poor, I imagine. You have a personal vengeance against them. Ah, screw son. He's not that cool. Open. Let's see. I wonder. Don't save. I don't need it. I wonder who she might have problems with. I wonder why she hates the Unyielding Legion. Maybe it's because of this jerk who murdered her dog. But hey, you never know, I could be wrong. It might not be this jerk who murdered her dog. Why'd I go on that random tangent? Hi, Jelkar. You're dead now. You don't get to be in this. Have fun! We want to see you, Jelkar. Boom. You are destined for so much more, Abigail. You know, you've known it from the moment you found Luna's egg. How would you like to fight your real enemy? Luna flies down and lands in the opening. She nods her head in excitement. Yeah, I'd like to kill people from the Nether. That sounds fun. They're my real enemy. I'm so excited to do that. I mean, we have unfinished business with the Legion. Luna nudges Abigail. But you're right. I have been wondering about my place in all this. I just don't know where to start. How much do you know about the Ender Knights? Very little, I'm afraid. They used to rule Adonia, but they haven't been any in over 100 years. Nobody is born an Ender Knight. Every so often a human is chosen. You are the chosen one, Abigail. You were supposed to be an Ender Knight, not farmed sugarcane for Mr. Finch. Did you at least harvest the sugarcane? Did you at least harvest the sugarcane? What does this mean? I'm not sure, but one thing intrigues me most. Never in history have a female Ender Knight been chosen. Abigail looks out over Ataraxia, a bit surprised. She asks Gallius for advice. This has been all very surprising to me. One day I'm working on the farm, next I'm part of an ancient order of Dragonites. What happens next? Dang it. People are listening to music above. I might just put Cody Maverick from Surf's Up in the corner, because that's what they're watching. Why do they have to listen to it so loud? I don't know if you guys can hear it, but I can sure hear it. Every time the Ender Knights... A crashing sound is heard. They turn to see Sen drop some tools because he's carrying too many. Galley's awkward. Gallus continues. Every time the Ender Knights return, they have done so in numbers. Therefore, one must be the Ender King. But now we have an opportunity for something new. An Ender Queen. The Queen of the Ender. I assumed you recovered an Eye of the Ender from the recent Unyielding Legion smugglers. Well, I'd call them more the late Unyielding Legion smugglers because they're all dead. Abigail draws the eye, the end of the eye. Wait, what? Abigail draws the end of the eye. My eyes are ending. No. It will guide you. I've also given you a weapon from my armory to replace that stone sword of yours. Thank you, Gallius. I don't know how I could pay you for such gifts. GIFs. GIF images. Gallius pauses for a moment. Whenever the Ender Knights rise, the Nether always follows. If that happened, you can repay me by fighting with us against the Nether. For your armor, there's only one blacksmith in all of Ardonia who can create obsidian armor. You must venture to the End Realm, Abigail, and reclaim the armor of the Ender Knights. There you will become the Ender Queen. Cuts to Fort Zuka. Kiyoshi, Luke, and the other Felden troops break through the front gate. Fan out! Look for tunnel breaches. They spread throughout the city. Lucan is looking around for Nico. Lucan walks into a space between buildings and circles around. The camera tilts up, revealing Nico on the ledge as she drops down. Lucan turns and sees her, but immediately realizes something is wrong. Her eyes are dilated and there's a wither effect emanating from her. Nika? 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 She tilts her head sideways in a creepy manner, the same way the Necklord does. Tilting her head in a creepy manner. I'm going to make this one a lot longer because I've just been kind of like a bit crazy. Let's see. Let's see. Maybe this one will work better. Let's see. Felena. Nika. Oh, look, the rug's not broken. That's a nice change. I think. Yeah, the rug's not broken. Is the mouth broken, maybe? Sure, I'm curious, because I haven't used these, like, 2.8 fixes yet. Yep, the mouth is very much broken. Look. Look at watch her chin for a moment. Look at that. I hate that. Look. The mouth is broken. Tilts her head in a creepy manner. I am going to kill you. Look at that. That's tilting your head in a very creepy manner. What's this? Oh, it's this thing. I am tilting my head in a very creepy manner. She tilts her head sideways in a creepy manner, the same way the Necklord does. She abruptly pulls out her sword and charges towards Lucan. Lucan quickly puts up his sword in balance and blocks Nika's attacks, not wanting to hurt her, but he gets beat and throws back. I threw back my arms in defeat. Thrown to ground. Ah! Nika turns her sword downward and jumps towards Lucan, preparing to stab it down in him. In midair, a figure intercepts Nika and knocks her away. Lucan rolls to the side to see who it was. Kiyoshi quickly gets up and draws his halberd against Nika. Standing between Lucan and Nika defensively, they fight briefly, but Kiyoshi outmatches her and she retreats away. Kiyoshi stands his ground, but then turns towards Lucan. Is she always like that? Kiyoshi reaches down to help Lucan. Lucan pushes Kiyoshi's hand away and gets up on his own. Never! Well, sometimes, but this was different. Lucan stares down the tunnel she had disappeared into. Cuts to an overview of Fort Zuko, showing off the resulting condition it's in. A few tents are set up inside. Cut into inside the tent. Kiyoshi is just breathing the battle. He carries the air of frustration but remains calm. Another defeat. First Riverstead, now Fort Zuka. Kiyoshi points to the map on the table. They're advancing towards the capital, Flora. Their next attack will be on Ferndale. Fortunately, their movements are slower underground, which gives us time to prepare. Wait, we're not going down after them? The tunnels are their territory. Down there, we're outnumbered. We would be blind in the dark. But they have Nika down there. Ferndale is full of civilians. Our priority is to get there first and evacuate them as quickly as possible, Lucan backs down. I've also received a message from Northland. They're sending a chronicler down to join us. Everyone looks around, a bit surprised at the gravity of the situation, as chroniclers usually signify something very important is happening. Some murmurs and whispering fill the room. If Northwind is sending a chronicler, the situation is as serious as it gets. Our war with the necromancers may be written on the next wall of time. Kiyoshi turns to Lucan. Lucan, since you have no real military training, I'm assigning you to watch a chronicler. She's a Felina female, just the sort of tale you like that. Oh my gosh, Kiyoshi. Dang it, Kiyoshi. Get wrecked, Lucan. She's just the kind of tale you'd like to chase. Jeez, Kiyoshi. It's PG! Lucan jumps across the table. Lucan jumps across the table. I don't want to say this. Human. Lucan. Look, it's Lucan. It's her boyo, Lucan. What's wrong with his hood? He's going to jump over a table. So let's add a table. He jumps over a table. 1000 IQ. Wait a minute. Let's just like keyframe. Oh, that's nice. Oof. Boom. This is a million IQ play. I have never created a better animation. Lucan jumps across the table at the stencil and grabs Kyoshi. They both tumble to the ground. The guards pull Lucan off Kyoshi. Let him go! The guards release Lucan, but he still looks furious. Kyoshi motions to the guards to stand back. If you want to fight me, it should at least be fair. Lucan throws a fist punch, but Kyoshi blocks, but Lucan quickly follows up, undercutting Kyoshi and hits Kyoshi in the chest. Punch in the chest. Same street rat as always. Kyoshi attacks back. Lucan blocks, but Kyoshi jumps and gets his leg over Lucan's shoulder and pulls him to the ground, pinning him. Thrown to the ground. Ah! Don't forget your place, Lucan. That's not very nice. Don't forget your place, you stupid poor street rat. Street rat. I don't buy that. Lucan's Aladdin. Kyoshi gets off Lucan. Lucan remains down, breathing heavily. Not super heavily, but just enough after a quick fight. Breathing heavily. Kyoshi walks towards the soldiers. I'm traveling to the other kingdoms and requesting reinforcements. I will return as soon as I'm able. He stops and looks down at Lucan and Alec. Take him to a doctor. See to it that he's cared for and in better shape to receive the chronicler when she lies. Alec. Yes, sir. Yes, sir, Kyoshi. Yes, sir. Yes, sir, Kyoshi. I'm Yes, and I'm a nerd in that Magnerai who likes to read War and Peas. Lucan is on the ground. He closes his eyes. Cut to Ataraxia. Sen and Val are standing in the training ground. Sen is attempting to activate his song. Val is watching. Keep going, Sen. You've almost got it. That's a way better voice. Val's voice. An energy shield begins forming around Sen before vanishing. Sen is eyed and proud. Ha! Did you see that? It looks like some sort of energy shield. Sen relaxes and turns to Val. Do you have any other songs besides your wings? I have an Agrestium song, but Gallius doesn't want us using them during training. Val turns towards the blacksmith. However, Gallius isn't watching. Come here. Val walks a bit further off and Sen follows. You can wield most songs with your body alone, but with the Agrestium song, you're able to channel their energy through a staff rather a weapon. I don't have one on me, so Val fires her Agrestium song, which flies around lazily and curves down and hits the side of the blacksmith. Val's and Sen's eyes are very wide. Now would be a good time to go. Come on. Val and Sen start running and leap off their island down to a nearby one and land hard with the tumble. Grunt as you land roughly. Ugh! Grunt as you land roughly. Sen. Well, that went well. Can you hear my voice? I'm smiling. See? Smiling. Well, that went well. Hey. Hey, it seems it could have gone worse. Gallius hates songs, especially Agrestium. They get more comfortable and sit side by side on the edge, looking over at Rexia. He told me he no longer uses songs, but he hasn't told me why. Much about Gallius remains a mystery. All I know is that one time he used to train our Donnie to wield songs. As Val is talking, faces shots of Gallius looking over at Araxia and walking around the blacksmith solemnly. Around the time of the Great War, I believe many of his students, some of his brothers, were killed. He blames the songs for their deaths. He blames the prime songs. I'm trying to imitate that, they were after the prime songs. I'm trying to imitate that one called Taurus, or not Mendora's guy from season 1. They're like, they were after the prime song. They were after the prom song. I can't get that voice, dang it. He blames the prime songs for the war. What do you think? I think there's more to the story. After training me, I was sent back to Mandoria to learn the songs. I think he knew the war was coming. Val waits a moment before continuing. But now the Voltaris have already returned, and the war has begun. The time for training is over. You're right. My family was My family was killed by the Voltaris, and I've done nothing to avenge them. That's not entirely true. You've learned much that will help you in the fight. Perhaps it's time to go join the real battle. Sen thinks about this as they continue looking over Ataraxia, as the sun sets between the flame mountains. Cuts back to the desert. Igneous and Aaron are walking on a sand dune overlooking the Carthan Wall. That must be Coffin Wall. If you want to go in there, you must be dumber than the chef who sells mushroom soup. Only he ate mushroom soup, because he didn't put the shroom in his soup. He's selling it. They sell it to you, hoping you wouldn't notice. Igneous raises an eyebrow, confused at the oddly specific example. So why do you want to go in there? My reasons are my own. How do we pass through? Well, we don't. The wall is made as a message telling people like yourself to stay out. What Carthan doesn't want you to know is that they don't have defenses to watch the entire border. Head west along the mountains. You'll find the pass. Thank you, Aaron. Good luck, Igneous. You're the bravest magnet foal I have ever met. May we meet again. Aaron walks into the distant winds alone. Cuts to Igneous passing over the Carthan Mountains. Time for Igneous to pass over the Carthan Mountains. File. Append. Character blend files. Magnerite. Append. Object. A for all. Append. Igneous will walk over the Carthan walls like a mad lad. Like so. Woo! No, he will walk over the Carthan wall. What was it again? Head west along the mountains. He will head west along the mountains. Doot. I had the random guy who failed at jumping over a table. He head west across the mountains. The guard looks towards where Igneous was and begins moving towards him, suspensefully. When the guard looks behind the rock, Igneous is gone. Oh wait, he went by a guard, whatever. Cuts to Igneous traveling through the bare flats of Carthan. Cut to a stone ravine. Igneous is walking along the bottom. There are a few more Magnerites around. He walks towards a large doorway in the cliff and passes through. He stops to reveal the great hall of Tartarus, the capital of Carthan. Let's get Tartarus. This is for an animation I'm going to do in the very far future. I'm just the kind of guy who likes to plan ahead. Append Tartarus. A blender. Where's that thing? I'm probably never going to get done. I'm saving this for I'm like really good. Maybe I put it in characters. Tartarus. Boom. Here's Tartarus. Dang it. Give me a minute. He has to go into Tartarus. This is a character for an animation I'm probably not going to get done. I'm just doing this because why the frick not? Tartarus. Skins for Blender. I put the in here somewhere. Tartarus. Open image. Boom. Tartarus. Igneous goes into Tartarus. I'm definitely going to redesign this character. Igneous goes. Zoink. Igneous goes into Tartarus. See, he's in Tartarus. See that? He's in Tartarus, and then Tartarus is going to barf up Igneous. Blech. See that? You guys see that? Tartarus over here decided to barf up Igneous. Oh, looks like Lucan wants to go do Tartarus too, but he just doesn't get to because he's an idiot. What? What? Oof. 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 Steps to reveal the Great Hall of Tartarus, the capital of Carthan, to be continued. And that's a wrap. As I said before, everything you see on screen, except for the Blender stuff, I guess. Well, actually, most of the Blender stuff. Credit to Black Plasma Studios. Credit to me for the voiceover, because I'm beautiful, and I did the voices, unlike the other noobs that'd be like, I can't do the voices. Neil Bryan, please edit it for me. Actually, that used to be me on my first video, which I'm not ever gonna watch because it's cringe. I don't know. Be happy. Don't worry and be happy. Don't worry. And do memes, not drugs. Yay, you don't have to put that in the comments now. As I said before, subscribe. Actually, subscribe to my channel, like it, and then go to Black Plasma Studios, Black Plasma Community, and Black Plasma Gaming, and subscribe them. Watch all their videos and like all their videos because they're amazing. And they actually were the thing that inspired me to start this channel. So if it weren't for them, I wouldn't be here. Shoot, 36 minutes, my longest video. Bye.